Following Yisra'el. Welcome again to the ride. I've done a video like this before. I can't remember when. If you look at my videos, you'll see that I did it. But I'm going to do another one. First, I want to say we're going to have a live stream today at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on the Disturbers of Israel channel. We're going to be talking about springtime is coming. Springtime is coming. Are you a doer? Are you a doer? Because to be honest, for many people today, this may be one of your most important springs for the rest of your life. It may be. We got too much going on. So if you want to join that live stream, we'll Disturbers of Israel channel. You'll see the link in the description. Me and my beloved brother David and brother Andre will be talking about being doers, getting ourselves. I mean, we're talking about a lot. I don't want to give too much away, but we're talking about a lot. As far as, taking serious things that we're seeing, getting our minds right, getting our hearts right, getting our families right, and being about the process, the vision, whether it be homesteading or preparedness, whatever it may be. But anyways, a lot of people are going to be priced out of living, of life. With all these things going on in this world today, again, there's two people that I think you should listen to. And one is, I listen to him all the time. I think he gives spot on good information. His name is Ice Age Farmer. Ice Age Farmer. He gives spot on information. Another guy I've been listening to is Adapt 2030. These two guys have been talking about and calling a lot of the things that you're seeing as far as food, especially Ice Age Farmer. He's been calling a lot of the stuff that you see concerning food right now. Because there's a lot happening behind the scenes that people don't see. There's a lot happening. For instance, this war in Ukraine, a lot of people think that they have an understanding of what's happening because you're watching traditional westernized media. And then the traditional westernized media is spinning this narrative that, Russia's in trouble, or, they're upset that they're not making the gains that they want to. Well, first of all, how do they know? How do they know? Because it seems to me that Russia they have not moved in their regular army. So, and they have not utilized their air force like they could be. It seems to me that Russia's preparing for the likelihood that this is going to be a prolonged war. Now you have American analysts saying this could be a 10 to 20 year war. And people in this country are like, well, as long as we stay out. But most people don't know history. They don't know when World War II happened, it was already going on before America ever joined. In fact, a lot of wars have already been going on before America ever joined. But World War II, that's the example we'll be using. That war was going on years before America actually became involved directly by sending troops into the war. They were sending supplies, they were sending weapons, they were sending, ammunition, they were sending, support, they were sending logistical support, but they weren't directly having boots on the ground. And this could be another one of those situations. And we're not even talking about, if nukes get involved, because that's a whole different conversation. But just look at the economic impact that this thing could and is already having. Ukraine grows a lot of food. If global prices continue to rise, and they are, most people are going to be priced out. Most people are going to be priced out. Fuel, food, supplies. And most people in this country are already facing that. Rising rents. Rising rents. The rent prices are skyrocketing right now. Food prices are skyrocketing right now. Fuel and food prices. Gas, natural gas, it's skyrocketing. Right? Propane is skyrocketing right now, and it doesn't look like there's going to be an end in sight at all. Well, fine, sure. I have a good job. I'm not worried. But here's something I'm going to say. I've been saying it for a while now. I'm going to say it again. You may have a good job, and you may be well off, but If you're in an area where 75% of the people are not well off and you are well off, do you think that those 75% of the people are just going to continue to stay in their state of not being well off? Statistically, right now, you can see in this country robberies of rappers, robberies of sports players, boxers, basketball players, the guys that have resources, that have cash. Robberies of them are exponentially growing. Those that don't have know exactly who does have, and they're going to their house and jacking them. So what is your plan as these prices continue to rise? And as people become more and more desperate, as homelessness or the threat of homelessness continues to rise, and people who are used to having amenities don't have them anymore, but they still believe that they have a right to have them. What's going to happen? Are you being priced out of living a quality life? Are you still trying to maintain the life that you lived for a majority of your life where you are, but you're finding yourself less capable of doing it, but you're spending just as much money just surviving? See, spring is coming. This is an important spring for a lot of people. For me, it's a very important spring. I expanded my gardens. I'm going to be growing even more food, producing even more seeds so I can sell them, because one thing, people need food. But where you are and with what you're doing, are you in a position right now, today, to make it? Or are you already in survival mode? Has survival mode already kicked in with you? You see, I get a lot of questions about people, should I join, a tiny house community? Should I join? And I'm like, you can do whatever you want to. You can move to a trailer park if you want to. But you have to start thinking logistically. You have to start thinking strategically. If all these people that are relocating because they can't afford to live where they are, and they're barely scraping by where they've moved to, what happens when they can no longer scrape by? Aside from the fact that a lot of these tiny homes are completely overpriced, you're better off buying a travel trailer. And even then, most people, if you live in a travel trailer, you're going to want to do some reinforcing of the floor. You're going to want to do some, maybe retarring the roof, or you want to do something, because travel trailers are just that. They're travel trailers. They're not necessarily meant for you to live in. To be honest, you'd be better building a little 8x12 or 8x16 or 12x16 or 12x24 little home. I understand lumber prices are going out the roof, but you can build a little 8x16 for less than you would build you could buy a half decent travel trailer. So by the time of the game playing is over and people are being priced out to the point where desperation is not just here, or not just setting in, but it's here. They're trying to figure out how they're going to make it to the year 2023. And that's if everything stays absolutely the same as it is right now. Things can't get any worse, because if they do, more and more people are going to find themselves in worse and worse situations. Everybody's looking for a quick buck now. Everybody's looking for, a way out where it's not going to hurt them. It's not going to cost them. They don't have to sacrifice anything. They just want a way out. And this is, the sad thing is there is no easy way out of this. The way out was to be prudent and foresee the evil. And that was 2 or 3 years ago. I've been saying that verse. The prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself. The foolish one passes on and is punished. I've been saying that verse for at least 5 years. So why? Why are people in a position now? If you've been listening to this channel any amount of time, why are you still why you should not be finding yourself in a position? If you've been listening to this channel for 3 years, you should not be finding yourself in a position to be desperate. You should be finding yourself in a position where okay, I'm ready. I still need to, take care of this situation, that situation. And there's many, many, many more channels on YouTube who've been saying this thing longer than I have. And that's the thing, though. There's a lot of people take what we say as entertainment instead of we're actually telling you the things. We're being the watchman. We're trying to let you know so that you won't have to be in any bad situation. Again, I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for you to send me tithes or offerings or a love offering or a pastoral offering or any of that stuff. The one thing I say is, hey, you can watch some ads. And if you don't want to watch the ads, hallelujah bless you. It don't take away from the fact that I want you to hear the information and be able to utilize it for the saving of you and your household. But it's amazing and it's sad that so many people are going to be suffering from things that are completely preventable. They're going to be suffering. They're being priced out of living, and they've seen this thing 2 years ago, and they're still in a position where they're like, well, now I'm in trouble. But did you have to be in trouble? I hope you are ready. And I hope you have gotten ready. I hope you've made the moves. I hope you've done the things. I hope instead of just hearing the stuff on this channel, hey, Father Yeshua said I should get covered. Well, maybe one day I will. Maybe. And now that desperation is setting in, a lot more people, and I don't think there's anything wrong with desperation, as far as the basic definition of it. And if you're desperate for air, you're going to go and get some air. If you're desperate for food, you're going to get some food. But you didn't have to be desperate. And desperate people make bad decisions oftentimes. People who operate in simple desperation, sometimes it turns out good, but many times it turns out bad. You don't want to be making rushed decisions because you did not make decisions when you had the opportunity. When it was plenty, when the 7 years of plenty, you could have made decisions. And now many people are trying to make decisions for the saving of their household now that the famine started. Now they're starting to see, oh, damn, 7 years of famine is here. Now, I don't know how I'm going to eat. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to be priced out of life. Bless y'all. Hope to see you tonight, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on the Disturbers of Israel channel. And I will have a live stream tomorrow on this channel at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Topic will have something to do with family and marriage, something along those lines, preparedness. Y'all know how I get down. Bless you. Shalom.